Have you ever felt alone? I have. Loneliness is a hard thing to deal with. It's one thing to be alone physically, it's another thing to be lonely. There's a song called Loneliness by Elsiane, a band from Montreal, Canada. And I hope I'm saying the name right. They were formed in 2000 when singer and composer Elsiane Caplet moved from Peru and met drummer Stefan Soto. Shout out today goes to my supporter, Ted. Thank you for your support on Buy Me a Coffee. I want to check this out with you guys. What is this song about? Are you ready to find out? Here we go. Subscribe for more and experience this music with me. I'm going to rewind. I love how the colors started muted. To me, that fits to this idea of loneliness when things are not quite in color, black and white, muted, dull. Not even black and white. Black and white would almost be easier, full color or black and white. But this idea of something being muted, it feels like you're close to seeing in color, but not quite there. And that to me is disheartening and fits to this idea of loneliness. Very artistic. Colors kicking in though. It's very artistic, very unique. So unique. Her voice is unique. Did it say moving star losing sight? I have to look up the lyrics. This is very unique. What genre would this qualify as? I'm intrigued by the voice and the whole composition. These elements in between that not make it eerie, that's the wrong word, but it's almost this element of soothingness and it pulls you in. But the more that I'm hearing these lyrics, I'm trying to put myself in that place because I've been there in my life where you feel lonely. You see this person walking around and there's nobody. This contrast between a human being and the industrial buildings and these what look like historic sites or places where tourists would go, and there's nobody, neither nobody working in the industrial area nor tourists reviewing these buildings. The tree standing alone in the fields. I love the contrast between the buildings, the industrial, the nature, and yet all of it's lonely. The tree being lonely, the person being lonely. It really paints this picture of nobody cares, you're all alone. But it's doing so in a very intriguing way that it's not like, oh, woe is me, I'm so lonely, right? We're just going to sit here and wallow when there's literally people around and we could try to do something. It's really embracing the conversation, the topic about loneliness and what that really looks like in my mind. Even the mannequins, the pieces of art, very unique, very artsy, but this mannequin just sitting there between these soft curtains. Again, the stark contrast between a soft, a flowy curtain and a statue of stone. The sun's coming out. The harmonies are beautiful. I love the harmonies and the way that her voice has this vibrato in the end. It really adds to the rawness of it, the emotion. The more I'm watching this, the more I'm intrigued. I'm subscribing. Elsiane. You guys have to subscribe too, please. Go check it out. I'm going to link it here in the video. I'm very intrigued by this. Very intrigued. I feel like the more that I'm allowing myself to embrace this piece, it's beautiful and artistic, but it's deep. Because I think there's plenty of times in my life, even looking back in the past, which some of this imagery and the landscapes are evoking in me. There were places and times where I really was lonely, but I was running from it, trying to stay busy, trying to hang out with people. But deep inside, on one hand, there's this longing to be alone and maybe to sit with your thoughts and work through things. But then at the same time, also sometimes a desire to escape the loneliness and try to stay busy because we're afraid of sitting with it and because we're actually alone inside or lonely. Loneliness, so interesting. There's nobody here, nobody cares. And I'm fortunate enough that I know people do. I wonder if how many of you can relate to that, where you're not sure if people really care or you feel like they don't, or you've experienced loneliness because of some of the things you've had to endure that just feel very isolating. track. Wow. This was very unique, guys. Please go check out Elsiane on YouTube. Very unique piece. I liked this a lot, guys. I liked this a lot. This I didn't know what to expect, and it was so different at first. But the more you get pulled in, it's like, wow, it's art. This is one of those pieces where I feel like it makes me think of Imogen Heap. It makes me think of Aurora. It makes me think of, even though this is still very different in its own lane, it makes me think of these artists where you just kind of get pulled in and you get lost in the music. And it's yeah, it's hard to put in words. What do you think? Subscribe, and I'll see you on the next ride. Thank you for this suggestion, Ted. Let me know your thoughts on this one. How does this make you feel? What are your thoughts on loneliness? I will see you on the next ride.